Welcome back to my channel. At the beginning of 2024, I wish all of you a happy and fulfilling new year. I also find a fitting topic for my very first video of 2024, Finding Happiness with Zhuangzi. If you follow my channel, you probably noticed that Zhuangzi is my favorite philosopher. He is witty, funny, and most of all, he is a master of storytelling. So, in 2024, I'm going to start a new series of videos about Zhuangzi's thoughts on various topics, so that I can tell you all the wondrous stories Zhuangzi told in his book. These stories are so culturally significant that many of them become 成语 or fixed four-character phrases used in everyday life. One of you, Sina, suggested that I present some Chinese sayings. Where can it be better to begin by the sayings from Zhuangzi? So, I'm going to tell many stories from Zhuangzi, the book, and the sayings derived from these stories. I think you're going to love the new series. I'm Dr. Gao, a philosopher obsessed with poetry. I make videos about the classical Chinese poetry, philosophies, and traditional Chinese medicine. Please click the like button and subscribe my channel so that I can provide more high-quality videos for you. I also offer one-to-one online lessons on this subject. So if you would like to read the original text with me, please contact me. Here's my email address. The first set of videos for 2024 is about Zhuangzi's thoughts on happiness. Throughout the book named after him, Zhuangzi touched on the topic many times. But there are 3 chapters specifically focused on the topic. They are chapter 18, 19, and 3. Chapter 18 has the title of 至乐, or the perfect happiness. But much of the content in this chapter is about what happiness is not. Chapter 19 has a more fitting title than chapter 18, 达生, or a complete understanding of life. It makes sense that a complete understanding of life will be helpful in obtaining perfect happiness. It is in chapter 19, Zhuangzi talked about what is happiness and how to obtain happiness. I list chapter 3 at last because it is the key to understand Zhuangzi's thoughts on happiness. Like chapter 19, its title, 养生主, or the master of nurturing life, is quite straightforward in relation to its content. It talks about how to obtain happiness through nurturing life and what it is like to be happy. Zhuangzi's thoughts on happiness are quite sophisticated and complex. And one video will not be enough even for an oversimplified account of his thoughts. So, I'm going to make 3 videos for our adventure into Zhuangzi's thought about happiness. In this first video, I'm going to explore what is happiness according to Zhuangzi. The second video will be about what happiness is not. And the third is about how to obtain happiness. Now, what is happiness? Well, I'm aware there are a lot of philosophical works as well as self-help books about what is happiness and how to obtain happiness. Many of them would give you a to-do list, promising if you do what they said, you will be happy. Since I'm a philosopher turned YouTuber, I picked a list from a recent philosophical video of the Stoic list about happiness. Here it is. 1. Stop doubting yourself. Start believing. 2. Reflect on your life. 3. Focus on what you can control. 4. Be kind to others. 5. Do less but better. 6. Be grateful. 7. Stop seeking external approval. 8. Challenge yourself. 9. Laugh more. 10. Love your feet. Well, I'm a philosopher and I like to argue. I can find arguments against every item in this list and offer reasons that following this list might land you in hot water. But I need to hold my tongue because this is not what this video is about. I would argue against the general approach of this sort of list. Such list assumes that happiness is an universal concept. No matter who you are, where you're from, what is your circumstance, as long as you follow such a list, you will be happy. This is how Zhuangzi's approach differs from such lists. According to Zhuangzi, happiness is an individual thing. What brings happiness to one person might be absolutely unbearable torture to another. Zhuangzi, the master storyteller, gives us a story to illustrate this point in chapter 18. The story is known as Lu Hou Yang Niao, or Marquis of Lu greeting a bird. It goes something like this. Long time ago, there was a bird who stopped at the land of Lu. The Marquis of Lu was delighted. He held a huge banquet at his ancestral hall. He entertained the bird with the finest music, offered it the best dishes and wine. Yet, the bird was dazzled and became frightened. It dared not to take a bite or a drop of wine and died on the third day. Lu was an ancient kingdom since the Zhou dynasty and is located at today's Shandong province. It was the hometown of Confucius. It was known for its splendid culture and traditions. Its people were known to be hospitable and generous. Apparently, the Marquis of Lu treated the bird with the highest honor by holding a banquet for the bird and provided what he thought was the very best. Unfortunately, Marquis Lu's best intention not only did not bring any joy to the bird, but brought death to it. Zhuangzi argues that he was giving the bird what a person would want, not what a bird would want. To make the bird happy, the Marquis should have released the bird to a forest, a lake, or a river, feed it with fish or worm, and let it join the other birds, etc. This is how one should treat a bird. So, the moral of the story is, what is happiness means very different things to different people. For me, doubting many things and questioning them, including myself, is my way of life. It helped me to clarify my priority, get to know myself better, and understand my situation more clearly so that my decisions are appropriate and produce the results I genuinely want. So, self-understanding is critical in our pursuit of happiness. So, who you really are? Do you enjoy an exciting life or a quiet one? What are the things that bring you the most pleasure and joy? These are the questions I would like you to think about, and I would love to hear from you. Another thing I would like to mention is that what brings one happiness also change with time. At different stages of our life, our concept of happiness also varies substantially. Which life stage are you at now? Are you in your 20s, 30s, or like me in the autumn of life? I used to love exciting life in my 20s. I wanted to change the world for the better. I wanted to travel, to meet new people, to fall in love, and many, many more. But now I appreciate a peaceful life filled with beautiful poetry, music, wine, occasional outing with friends, and of course, my cup of coffee. Tell me your story about your understanding of happiness and answers the question I listed here. I would love to include your comment in my next video. Now, let me move on to Zhuangzi's second idea about happiness. According to Zhuangzi, happiness is also closely related to the goals in one's life. Again, Zhuangzi tells a fantastic story about how different goals of life lead to different views on happiness. This is the story of 泥土叶尾, or drag one's tail in the mud. One day, Zhuangzi was fishing on the river pool. The king of Chu sent 2 officials to visit Zhuangzi, saying, I would like to burden you with the affairs of my state. Zhuangzi kept fishing without even turning his head, and said, I heard there is a secret turtle who was 3,000 years old from Chu. The king wrapped it with the finest silk, put it in a beautiful bamboo case, and sacrificed it at his ancestral home. Do you think the turtle would like to be dead and preserved this way, or to live and drag its tail in the mud? The 2 officials said it would like to be alive and drag its tail in the mud. Zhuangzi said, Please go. I would like to drag my tail in the mud. This is a very interesting story regarding the conflicts between preserving one's freedom versus offer oneself for public service. The king of Chu made an offer of a top-rank position to Zhuangzi. If such an offer was made to Confucius, he would jump with joy and take on the offer in no time. This is because Confucius' goal in life was to bring beneficence to the common people by providing sagely counsel to a ruler. However, Zhuangzi thought such an effort was futile. Freedom is far more important than chasing wealth, power, or fame. His goal was unfettered freedom in its every sense. As I know it, Zhuangzi hated any restriction or limit imposed by social convention, including language, intellectual capacity, or even biology on freedom. He not only wanted this freedom for himself, but for all creatures, including other people. When concluding the arguments presented in the story of Lu Hou Yang Niao, or Marquis of Lu greeting a bird, Zhuangzi offered the following arguments. I would like to translate his arguments character by character, so you know exactly what he said. Now, let's look at the first part of the argument. 咸池九少之乐，张之洞庭之野。鸟闻之而飞，兽闻之而走，鱼闻之而下入，人逐闻之，相与还而观之。咸池 or salt pond is used in 2 senses in preaching documents. According to the great poet Qu Yuan of Chu, Xianchi is the name of the pond where the sun rises every morning. Xianchi is also the name of a piece of music composed by the legendary Yellow Emperor as part of ritual ceremony for heaven and earth. Zhuangzi chapter 17 presents a detailed account of someone's experience of listening to the Yellow Emperor's performance of the piece by the lake Dongting under the Yellow Emperor's interpretation of the piece. Given how significant music is in Chinese cosmology, I'm going to make a video about the story. I'm pretty sure you would love it. 九少, or the 9 successions, is the name of another piece of music composed by another sage king, 大禹, or the Great Yu, the hero who saved his people from the great flood. 九少 was so beautiful that when it was performed, many phoenix flew over and danced to its tone. 知 means of, 乐 means music. 张 literally means to spread out or put something on display. Here it refers to the layout of the musicians and their instrument. 知 means them, referring to the musicians and their musical instrument. Dongting is one of the biggest freshwater lakes located in today's Hunan province. It has been known for its rich fishery products that supported people living in that area for thousands of years. It also has a rich cultural tradition that many scholar officials composed poetry, essays, and drawing paintings praising its beauty. It is a pity that this huge lake is shrinking since the construction of the Three Gorge Dam. 知 means of, 也 refers to the plains surrounding the lake. 鸟 means bird. 闻 means hear. 知 refers to the music. 耳 means and. 飞 means fly away. 兽 means beast. 闻 again means hear. 知 again refers to the music. 耳 means and. 走 means walk in modern Chinese, but it means to run in classic Chinese. Here it means to run off. 鱼 means fish. 闻 means hear. 知 again refers to music. 耳 means and. 下 means downwards. 入 literally means to enter something. Here it means to dive into water. 人 means people. 煮 means finish. Here it means to watch the whole performance. 闻 means hear again. 知 refers to the music. 相与 means with each other or from each other. 还 means come back. 耳 means and. 观 means watch. 知 again refers to the music. So this part can be translated as the songs of Salt Pond and the 9 successions were performed by Lake Dongting. When they heard the music, birds flew away, beasts ran off, and fish dove into water. Only people came back with each other and heard and watched the whole show. After citing the context, Zhuangzi continued his argument. 鱼出水而生，人出水而死，故必相与义，其好恶故异也。故先生不依其能，不同其事，名止于时，义摄于事，是之谓调达而扶持。鱼 means fish. 处 means to be placed at somewhere. 水 means water. 储水 means to be placed into water. 耳 means and. 生 means live. 人 means people. 储水 again means to be placed into water. 耳 means ant. 死 means die. 故 means hence. 必 means must be. 相与 means each other. 异 means different. 期 means there. The character how has two pronunciations meaning two different things. How means likes. 好 means good. The character wu also has two different pronunciations. 恶 or wu. 恶 means evil. Wu means dislike. 故 means hence. 异 means different. 也 is a mark indicating the end of a sentence. 故 again means hence or therefore. So to avoid the repetition, I'm going to translate it as therefore. 先 means past. 圣 means sage. 不 means do not. Yi is a very important concept in Chinese language, and it's used with many related senses. As you can see, yi literally means one. It is also used as a verb meaning to become one with something, or to unify as one, or standardize as in the phrase of 统一. The most important usage of yi is to refer to the Tao itself. For instance, in 道德经 chapter 10, it states, 在营破抱一，能无离乎? Or, to carry your physical and spiritual aspects and embrace the one, are you able to keep them from separation? Here, yi is used as a verb, meaning to require different creatures having the same ability. 七 means there, 能 means ability, 不 means do not, 同 means to be the same. 七 means there, 事 means affair or task. 名 literally means name, but here it is used as a verb, means to name something. 止 means stop. 于 means at. 实 refers to the intrinsic properties of things or event. 义 means justice or being fair. Here it refers to setting up fair or just rules. 设 means set up. 于 means at. 适 means appropriate or fitting. 是 means this. 之 here is used as a linking word, has no meaning. 位 means called. 条 means rules. 达 means to reach somewhere, as in the phrase of 到达 or arrival. Here it means to calibrate the rules so that they are fitting to a given situation. 耳 means and. 福 means good fortune. 持 means maintain. So, this part of the argument can be translated as placing a fish into water, it lives there. Placing people into water, they die. Fish and people are different. Hence, their likes and dislikes are different. Therefore, the sages would not require them to have the same ability or perform a task in the same way. Naming things according to their intrinsic properties, setting fair rules according to what are fitting to a given situation, these are called calibrating the rules and maintaining the good fortune. Now, I'm going to tell a story from another text to illustrate the third point. This story is from 吕氏春秋, or the Annual of Lu Bu-wei. I mean, there are good stories from Zhuangzi to illustrate this point, but I like the phrase from the Annual of Lu Bu-wei much better because of its popularity. And I think we should pay more attention to Lu Bu-wei and the text named after him, because he was such an important historical figure. I made a video about him and the first emperor Yingzheng. If you are interested, here is the link. I also made a video about the book, and here is the link. The story is called 刻舟求典, or carving a mark on a boat to look for one's sword. A man from Chu was crossing a river on a boat. His sword fell into the river. He quickly carved a mark on the boat where his sword fell off, saying, "This is where my sword falls off." After the boat stopped, he got into the water from where the mark was to look for his sword. It is clear what the moral from this story is. As time goes by, the world around us changes. So are we and our concept of happiness. And our pursuit of happiness will also change during the different stages of our lives. To summarize Zhuangzi's view about happiness, I think there are 3 key points. 1. Happiness is highly individual. Things that bring happiness to one person might be pure torture to another. Like the marquis and the poor bird landed at his territory. Things the marquis enjoyed the most, such as fine music, delicious dishes, and wine, are frightening noise and poison for the bird. 2. Happiness lies with achieving the goals we set for ourselves. For Zhuangzi, the unfettered freedom is his top priority. Power, fame, or wealth means nothing to him. However, this is not true for everyone. People have different goals for their lives. Confucius' goal is to build a harmonious society, and one needs to have political power to do this. So, if he was made the offer of a top-ranked position, he would jump at the chance. My goal in life is to be a good teacher and share my knowledge with like-minded people, and I'm happy to spend hours doing research, editing videos, etc. And I feel the most happy whenever I finish a video and upload it to my channel. I'm sure you have your goals in life. 3. People change over their lifetime substantially. So are their temperaments and goals, as well as the conditions they find themselves. Happiness certainly means different things at a different stage of one's life. Zhuangzi has argued for this point throughout his book, where he talked about the different conditions people find themselves at different stages or situations of their lives, and how one should adapt to the different situations. Today, I explained 3 成语 or fixed phrases derived from 3 stories. 鲁侯养鸟, or Marquis of Lu greeting a bird. 泥土叶尾, or drag one's tail in the mud. And 刻舟求典, or carving a mark on a boat to find one's sword. These are phrases people use in their everyday life, especially the last one. I would love to hear your stories about who you are. What are your goals in your life? What happiness means for you? Have your concept of happiness changed over time? Please tell me in the comment section down below. I would love to include some of your comments in my next video on Zhuangzi's thought on happiness. I'm Dr. Gao, a philosopher obsessed with poetry. I make videos about classical Chinese poetry, philosophies, and traditional Chinese medicine. Please click the like button and subscribe my channel so that I can provide more high-quality videos for you. I also offer one-to-one online lessons on these subjects. So if you would like to read the original text with me, please contact me. Here's my email address. Thanks for watching my video. I'll see you next time.